Dun, 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 boom! Alright, how do you like that intro? That's my intro music, done by the famous me. Alright, today on the show, which is the 6th, I think last time I kept on saying it was the 4th, but it was the 5th. I'm already at the 6th. This is pretty crazy. Today, more boxes. That's why I kind of am sticking around here, is just to get shipments. Not really. But today, we're not unboxing. Well, see, I already opened the boxes. Yesterday was like too much time getting the boxes open. If you haven't watched yesterday's video, I unboxed a bunch of Sigma lenses. I bought 6 Sigma lenses to replace the 5 Nikons and the 2 that I still have for sale. 7285 1.4. Now that I've got all my new Sigma stuff, I'm definitely, trying to actively promote those 2 lenses because I was trying to keep them around in case I had a photo shoot. Alright, tomorrow is a big day. I'll let you know what's going on then. A TV show, a really big photo shoot that I'm looking forward to. And I get back on the road. First time on the Airstream in a little while. But first, what should we do first? Let's do a photo story and then let's open those boxes. Alright. This time around, I think I'm going to do a little bit different on the photo story. There's not a lot of background to this picture, and that's what happens a lot with these photo stories. It's like, how did this come about? Because it's interesting, and because those that are photographers or interested in photography, I think they appreciate the story about how pictures come about, not just the technical, not f-stops and shutter speeds and ISOs and stuff like that. That's all gone out of the mind when I'm taking this picture. Anyways, so, that's not really a part of the experience for me. Shutter speed is like, meh. I've just done it hundreds and hundreds of thousands of times. I've done it hundreds of thousands of times in the last year. You get that all, as a photographer, you get it all worked out up here, and then once you're in the zone, once you're taking that picture, you're no longer thinking about the technical stuff. These stories are about the experience, how this all came to be, what led up to it. Yes, the given is years of experience, and maybe having been in a situation somewhat like this, let's look at the picture. Things that kind of related to it in general history are this picture. It's like, developing a relationship here with my cousin, a friendship, and this is my first cousin once removed, so my cousin's daughter, Rochelle. How's it going? I bet you're looking forward to this picture and wondering what the story would be, because you mentioned that on my blog. But having been on the road a ton and seeing, rainbows aren't necessarily that common, and knowing that our society now is like, oh, rainbows is great, double rainbow all the way across the sky. We've always liked rainbows. Let's just be fair. It's not just happening. How does that play a part in this picture? Well, see a rainbow, take a picture. You see a rainbow, you just have to take a picture. You guys like that? You see one, even with your cell phone, it's like, if you don't take a picture, you're a failure, kinda. I'm all for taking pictures, so it's not like I think it's bad. I like it. When I see a picture of a rainbow, I really want to take a picture, or I'm a little sad, and I'm not gonna. I wouldn't have really remembered this unless I had this picture right here, and I'm glad that a friend got to take advantage of that. So what were we doing? We were about to go paddleboarding. So here's a paddleboard picture, and we're just getting out of the car, kind of rainy here and there, and this is with a group of friends that went with me to Hawaii, in case you didn't really catch on to that part. So we're going paddleboarding, just getting out of the car, putting sunblock on, that sort of stuff. Some people were done, some people weren't. Alright, rainbow, you go run over there. Rochelle, get over there, because I knew that she would be the first to get up and over there. And then I was like, this wasn't for just her. I mean, like, yes, let's get the great picture of her. I wanted a group shot there. I wanted this shot right here. But for me, and this is the kind of the lesson, I guess, is I usually try and get the easier one figured out, get all my, well, settings. You know, we talked about not getting settings, but it does take a moment or two to really get the feel. Maybe, I think we put her between a different tree, and I was like, okay, now I'll try this tree, and I backed up a little bit further, got a little closer. I wanted all the palm trees in there instead of just the one, and I was too lazy to go, let's go farther back, you know, and avoid the palm trees. So I had to go way back to get all the palm trees with a nice wide angle. Otherwise, I would have had to go past the palm trees and just do water. Now, I'm guessing that we would probably all feel like the palm trees really added a lot to it. I avoided the other, like any other palm trees, like that was the framing was dictated by like the other trees. I was like, I'm not gonna remove these extra trees. I don't want just a little spot peeking in, you know, this other limb peeking in. And so we got a picture of her, and it only lasted, you know, the rainbow only lasted a couple minutes, maybe, and we got the group shot. So, you know, I think this is a lesson in kind of prepping for the big thing, and yet the prep shot ends up being the star, perhaps. What do you think? What do you think this story teaches us? Maybe I'll share a couple. Yeah, let's look at a couple of the other shots that I took with Jaren's underwater camera. So not a D800, not a DSLR, just a point and shoot underwater camera. Oh, we got a few of these. Did a fly just land on me? That's kind of gross. Flies. But I can't find my fly swatter. In other news, Jarvie can't find his fly swatter. So it's a desperate, desperate time. Desperate world we live in. Anyways, there's a few friends. And shall we open a box? Did you guys guess? Did you guys guess, maybe in your minds, what we were going to be getting today? Because I mentioned it yesterday. I said, you know, got a cool package coming in. What do you think I'm getting? So let's do this. Let's start with the small, maybe less exciting package first. I'm not sure what's in this one. I did open most of the other ones, but this one's pretty easy to open. Let's see. What is it? It is wasabi power stuff. Do you guys use wasabi batteries? Are you battery snobs? I mean, this isn't just for camera stuff. I think you can get wasabi batteries for, I mean, point and shoots. You can get it for maybe my cell phone. No, it doesn't do wasabi. Yeah, all sorts of different things. Wasabi batteries. This is a charger, and I'm gonna because this is so cool. I like these. I've ordered a few of these. This is a D8, well, an ENL15 charger. I have one already. I don't know why I got these, but I got it to have more ENL15 batteries. So it comes with a charger, a wall charger, and 2 batteries. These batteries work in this D800, which I'm now thinking, well, you know, I'll sell it, but I'm not going to actively promote trying to sell the D800. It's going to be a good backup camera. A backup camera to what, you ask? Well, you probably already know if you watch some of the other shows. Let's open the next one. All right. This I am looking forward to, and I don't know, and there wasn't much reviews, and it was just kind of this out on the limb purchase. I was already getting a few other things and getting it overnighted. So it was almost like 24 hours ago that, you know, I got the package, all 3 of these packages, in less than a day, less than 24 hours. Oh, there's something else in this package. Oh, I know what that is, because I ordered it. But look at this. It feels super duper light. But can you see through this? No, because it is a 10-stop filter. Yes, that means that it reduces the light coming into the camera a whole heck of a lot. So you screw it onto the end here. Oh, you don't, because it is an 82, so I need my 24 to 105. I got the 82 millimeter because this I also bought, which is very easy to open. That's nice of them. Step-down rings. Meaning I'll take that 82 and put an 82 to 77 on there, and then I'll be able to use it on my camera. And these were super cheap, but all they do is one little easy function. I didn't think that I needed to get some fancy thing like that cost $30 for one. So I got the one that cost $15 for 15 of these things. So just step-down lenses, or step-down rings. But I am interested. This is a Zome ND1000. And it is for wide angle. It is super light. It feels pretty cool, but it feels like I probably should be careful with it, because these things I usually like, okay, on, off, put in my pocket, scratched up, whatever. I had something in my pocket. I don't know. All right, now let's open this. Well, this is the other big thing, since I do have that 24 to 105, and it is 82 millimeter thread. I needed to get a polarizer. What does a polarizer do? Well, in layman's terms, in just easy terms, what it does is kind of like what sunglasses that are polarized do. It'll change how you view the sky, and for me, it's for peering through the water, making green greener, so we need tree green areas, or skies bluer. Primarily for skies bluer, especially in the earlier or later parts of the day. So this is what a polarizer is. Let's see. Okay, is that a piece of dust or a scratch? So this got super high optical, yeah, okay, just dust. Super high optical ratings, like really high, and it's the brand is Marumi, and I've done B plus W and Hoya and Nikon, and they're all very expensive polarizers. I mean, they'll be like $150, and this was $70. So I'm just hoping, and I've got my other that is a Hoya, a very nice, expensive one, but I'm hoping that this does very nicely as well. So 2 filters, because I sold my whole Lee filter set. Someone got a good deal on that. All right, so polarizers is a big part of what how I shoot. I have to have a polarizer on most shoots. It's one of those things that you can't really do in post. Most other filters you can do it in post. All right, so what's in the big box? What's in the big box? This was kind of like a scary purchase because it's expensive. There it is. You probably know from the title. I guess that wasn't so surprising. I just forgot. I probably put it in the title. Well, I'm just going to give you some of my thoughts here on the D800 and why I ended up getting it when I have, well, the D810 when I have a D800. D800 is now going to be my backup camera. It's just one day the D800 will have to be repaired, or the D810 will have to be repaired, and I didn't want to have to be stuck with a A7R or the 700, so I sold the 700, and I am in the process of selling the Sony A7R. Look at this huge file. Oh, okay, I get it. 2 manuals and whatever software that they have that I'm not going to use. A warranty thing, which, you know, after a week of use, they're going to think, oh, it's so used, we're not going to honor your warranty. But then again, that's why we know that I am not sticking around with Nikon very much, except the camera. Another battery charger, in addition to the one that I just got. Maybe I'll just leave this one inside the box if I ever sell the stuff, because I don't need almost anything in this box. The USB 3 cord, I've got a lot of those. I got all those other batteries. Maybe I'll just leave the battery in here as well. Yeah, I don't think I want anything out of that box. I'm going to put it all back in and just take out the body. Yep, that's what I'm going to do. You can't stop me. Alright, so it is a completely... Everything's still in the box. Put it in storage. Now, I can't put it in storage. I need to take the battery out of it first. That would be silly, actually. I'm not going to leave the battery in there. So, D800. I mean, there's nothing really to see, and I'll talk about it later. But my initial impressions from holding it. How about we do that? Let's just talk initial impressions. Let's put a lens on it and put a battery in it. Let's put the battery from the 800 in it. Get one of my cool little Sigma lenses here. The 35 will be a good one. Take off the cap first. And some initial impressions of the 810 and about kind of why I got it. And then we'll just move on to news. All right. Feels different. This button feels like it's not ready for the amount of usage I put onto it. Like the other one felt like a more significant push and it withheld. I mean, you want to talk about how much I use this auto exposure lock, auto focus lock button? Let's look at the 800. See how it doesn't have the names on them anymore? Because it all got rubbed off. So what else is new? I feel like also that I probably could have got a water a water case for this, because the 800 and 810 are really so similar. I do like the feel a little bit more, feels more secure, maybe less comfortable, more secure. I didn't think it was going to change the feel of it. That's interesting. Oh, this feels different too, the flash. So, I guess they changed a few little things. Let's take out a battery out of here. And put it in here. Nothing changed in here. Battery works fine. Nothing changed. So exciting! Yay! We can do a run through of it, but I mean the 800 has been out for years, and I did a run through years ago. So what can I talk about different now? What do you guys want to know about my experience? I'm going to be focusing on how well it focuses, and then I'm going to be excited to use the lower and higher ISO. So why did I get an 810? Why did I get an 810? I've used the 800 a lot, 400,000 pictures. So that's why I'm kind of selling it at such a low amount, because I want someone to be able to buy it and still and be able to replace the mirror box at some point, the D800, and still come out on top. So, well, doesn't that beat all? I better turn off the sound there. So that's the 800, 400,000 clicks on it. Just, you know, kind of like getting a new car that you've used for 400,000 miles and it still runs perfectly, but you just, oh, I should probably get a new car because this is my livelihood. And then I'm hoping for better on the focusing and the ISO. And what else was different about it? It seemed like they talking about it maybe being a little bit sharper. So I didn't have the D800E, and so this is kind of like the D800E, the little sharper version. I never, yeah, I don't know what else is supposed to be different. I think those reasons that I gave were good enough for me to begin with, so I got it. All right, what do you guys think? Tomorrow, I am on the midday news for ABC4 in Utah. So if you're in Utah, watch on the midday news, or I'll put a link up on Facebook, I'm sure, and then on the YouTube. On the YouTubes, I'll put it up. And then I am leaving. I'm going to leave my A7R with Acme Photo, I believe, and they're going to sell it for me. And then I'm going to leave my keys to the whole storage unit, and I'm going to have my friend Pete sell everything in there, except for like a couple mementos and things that no one would want because they are personalized to just me. So there's just tons of things in there, and I'm sure he'll be willing to ship stuff, and he has an incentive to sell everything so I can get rid of the storage unit. And really then at that point I live in a trailer only, or maybe I get a small storage unit just for the last final things or mementos, or take some of my stuff over to my family in Oregon or somewhere. All right, what else? I've got a big photo shoot tomorrow. I don't know how to explain this because kind of want to keep it secretive. No, that's not the right word. Let's just wait till tomorrow, and then, I mean, you'll see what I'm doing. And it's pretty cool, for someone pretty cool. And it's in Idaho, and I'm open to see what you guys are guessing. It's one of the more interesting and fun photo shoots that I've done in years. Not a wedding. In fact, not a paid photo shoot. But still, really looking forward to it. And anything else? That's about it. It's kind of a short show. It's only 20 minutes instead of 25. I know. But I don't have much to report back on the Sigma front because I haven't used the lenses yesterday. Wait. I did. I went to dinner and I took 2 lenses, the 2 Art Prime lenses. So let's talk about expectations and unreasonable expectations. I took it and I was at dinner taking pictures, and I was like, it still has problems with certain types of lighting and backlighting on the focus front. Maybe it's the camera, but I don't think so. I think my camera's in pretty good condition. And then I was thinking, wait, that's kind of unreasonable expectations to think that my Sigma should have performed so much better than my Nikon, 2, 3, 4 times better than my Nikon, which cost twice as much as a Sigma. Those were kind of unreasonable expectations I was kind of had in my mind, maybe. I still think it performed very well, as good as the Nikon from that 5-10 minute experience. I'm going to be looking at that, especially the new combination, 35 Sigma and the new Nikon 810. I am going to be looking at how well it can focus in more difficult lighting situations, and that affects my life a lot. I will tell you that pretty soon I'm going to be kind of separating a little bit more of the JarvieShow, more technical. Like, I'll do full entire shows of just photography, technical, answering questions, reviewing pictures, more technical jargon. And I'll try to leave this show for some photography stuff, more photo stories, and just news about what's going on. And I'll tell you why and how I'll be doing that separation between the 2 shows, and we'll see if it's going to work, if separating them. But I do want to maintain this just to develop a community, interact with friends and new friends and people that just love photography in general. And they get to hear about what my life is like, technical this and buttons that and f-stops and apertures. You get a little introduction, but I mean, we hear all sorts of like chef related stuff in those chef shows. And yeah. Okay. Hope you enjoyed the show. I did. I was able to bring it back to 25 minutes. You're welcome. You're welcome. I didn't want to shortchange you. Money back guarantee for this show. That's what my dad used to always say. Good day.